Hi everyone, it's Lynette with Charm Grammy Crochet and welcome to the yarn room today. Lighting is much better in here than what I'm finding in the other room. So I do want to welcome all of my new subscribers for coming back and joining me, and any of my OGs. Hey guys, we're back in the yarn room. Thanks for coming back again and again. I appreciate it so very much. So first, just a little chat. We closed up the camper over the weekend. I'm filming this on Monday. I worked today. I usually don't work on Mondays, so it's a little odd for me. Uh, I'm like a little out of my comfort zone, out of my routine. But I did work today, and we closed up the camper on over the weekend, and I didn't get a lot of crocheting done, but I did do a little crocheting. And I'm going to show you that real quick. I am working on a baby blanket for my cousin. I showed you I bought some stuff at Hobby Lobby. And so I'm using Red Heart bunches of hugs. The other items that I purchased for the baby are gray and white with elephants on them. You know, because you know me. I gotta love my elephants. So I thought this yarn would be really cool in the gray, blue, and white. For the baby blanket, I am using a 6mm hook. And right now it is 25 inches. That's how far I got on it over the weekend with, you know, the weekend stuff. It is working up really, really quick. I just haven't finished it yet. And this is how much I still have left of one skein of this yarn. It is a 4-way thirst. Let's see, 678 yards or 620 meters in this 10-ounce ball. So that might be, you know, it's got a really pretty blanket on the front, but it's knitted, and I'm not that good. It does show this blanket on the front of the, you know, on the label. I needed something quick and simple and easy. So I have 2 skeins of this. Now, I watched a tutorial, not for the granny square pattern, but for another idea I had wanted to do. And they said make it, that it would make a baby blanket 30 inches. And I thought, okay, so I'm almost done with that. But then I talked to some of my friends and they said, oh no, that's not big enough. So I do have a solid gray that I was going to border it with. I was debating on what to do. The solid gray is also bunches of hugs and it matches, but it's a much bigger ball. So it matches, you know, it's the same gray. It is, though, a much bigger ball of yarn. And it is, I'll tell you, well, darn, I thought it just said, was going to say right there. Takes 4 balls of this yarn to make that blanket, by the way. I have stuff in front, so let's see. Oh, wrong side. This is a 14-ounce ball of yarn, and it is 948 yards, 868 meters, when it's not variegated. So I just thought I would use up this skein, and it would probably get to my 30 inches, and then I would add a border. I do have another whole skein, so thank goodness, because this probably, really looking at it, won't make it to 30 inches anyway, and it needs to be apparently bigger than that, like more like 36 inches. So I need to get that whipped out before the baby shower on the 14th. So I was working on that, and I'm going to finish. That's going to be a priority, obviously, because it's got a time frame. Then, yeah, and cleaning up the camper, we bring things home. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I made these Ruanas a couple years ago. This is the one I did a tutorial for. And I used Bernat Softy, or Bernat Cozy yarn with it. And this is the Nan's Next Knots pattern. And I did not make this following the Nan's. This was not a luck of the draw, but it is the pattern pretty much for luck of the draw. But when I did the tutorial, I just, made my own little pattern design. I do have one that I made using the luck of the draw. I can't find what I put that. I don't know where that one is. It's mine, and it's in pinks, or peaches and pinks, and it's so pretty. And I put it away for the summer. I don't know where I put it. I can't find it right now. But this is the one that I made for the tutorial using that yarn, that cozy, Bernat cozy. And then this is the one that I made for my husband. And it was my practice one. And it has a different stitch pattern. It's not Nan's Next Knots pattern. Or maybe it's close to Nan's pattern. But it's not, because it has X's in it, and it's not Nan's pattern, but it is another Ruana that doesn't follow Nan's pattern, but it's the same design as this one. And this is using, I just checked, oh my goodness, Sweet Rolls. I think that was I don't know, Line Brand or Premier Sweet Rolls. I don't think they make them anymore. Also 4-weight. This is 4-weight. So I brought these home from the camper because I wear them around the campfire. That's why I call them my campfire Ruanas. And I do have pockets in them that are reversible, so no matter which way you put it on, you can put the pocket inside. I also found that sometimes you can, which looks really funny, but if you are wrapped up in the Ruana and you're all wrapped up and your arms are inside, you can turn the pockets to the outside because they're reversible. So you can be all wrapped up and have your arms completely covered and have your hands, So, if you want to grab your drink, you can do that and keep your arms inside. So that makes it really comfy and cozy at the campfire. And I wanted to just show this to you when I brought them home and I was washing them, and I pulled it out of the washer and dryer. I washed them several times, and I'm like, this is just such soft yarn. I don't remember what it felt like prior to washing it, but it is the softest yarn now that it's been washed. And I couldn't remember what the yarn was. I thought, gosh, I thought I used a Red Heart Super Saver. I did not. I had to go back and check the tutorial to see what yarn this was made out of. The green one, also very, very soft. This yarn was soft. I know it's soft prior to using it. I thought, if this is made out of Red Heart Super Saver, I need to tell everyone just extremely, how extremely soft this yarn turns into after it's crocheted and washed. It's not Super Saver, it's the Bernat the Bernat Cozy, but it is so nice. The majority of it is. The white is not Bernat Cozy. And it is also very soft. It's Craft Smart. It's not as soft as the gray and the red, though. Really soft and squishy. This yarn, if it's still available, I don't think it is. I don't recall seeing it in a long time. I used to get it at AC Moore. Washes up, and it's just cozy. It really is. It's called Bernat Cozy, and it washes into something cozy. This washes into something so cozy. So I did want to talk about that before I put them up and then can't find them again for next camping season. Like I did with my pink one, or peach colored one that was my Luck of the Draw. And I wanted to mention Luck of the Draw because on Thursday, Jaxie and I are starting Luck of the Draw Boggy Creek Edition, Luck of the Draw 8, Boggy Creek Edition. And it's only going to be like 14 weeks. So I have my yarn here for my we went yarn shopping for, and it's all in here. I'm making squares of some sort, and I'm planning on doing 2. I mean, that was in that whole previous Let's Go Shopping in the Yarn Room video, and we shopped, and that's what we came up with, and I'm very excited. I have not numbered them yet, but my main colors are going to be a big green that I have. Let me find it. Big green for one of them, and this big purple for the other one. And my inspiration color is this. So that's where the greens and purples have come from, is the inspiration of this, which has 0 cream or white. So I went with, or black even. So I went with inspiration and main colors. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to use the same colors in both blankets. One is going to be the new Granny Square that Jaxie has developed specifically for the Boggy Creek Granny Square Boggy Creek blankets. Not that it has to be a Granny Square, but she took Nan's pattern and turned it into a square, and it's so pretty. So you can do like 8 or like 25 individual squares, or one big square. And I'm thinking I might do one big square. I'm not quite sure yet how I want to do that. And then the other blanket, and I think that's going to be the one with the green. And then I'm going to do the other blanket. I want to make, and it's just going to be solids though. Sure. Bag O' Day created a Granny Square, stained glass looking Granny Square, and that's the one I'm going to use the purple as the stained glass lead. So I'm real excited to see how that's going to work up. And those are big squares. They're 13-inch squares. So you only need, if you do that, you only need 9 of them. So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. That's what I decided. Jax's square, you can make as big as you want it to be. So I thought I would just do 9 and join and trim with my big balls. But do 9 13-inch squares for each blanket and use the same colors. So the stained glass would just be solid colors with the purple running through it as the lead, and then the Boggy Creek one will be the green. I mean the Luck of the Draw. The green will be like this gray. That would be in every, and then the 8 other colors would be like the red, the yellow, and red, white, and black. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how those are going to turn out. Then I also wanted to remind you to come see us Wednesday. I'm going backwards in time here. On Wednesday, so that will be Thursday. On Wednesday, come see us at Billy's channel, Billy the Crafty Floridian, for the opening of Boggy Creek Blankets. Nancy does the opening. We do it on Billy's channel since she had the biggest platform and knew how to use StreamYard and get us all together and knew how to keep us organized. So yay for Billy. We love her. And so we have big announcements going on there, and some Boggy Creek people are going to be in the audience and on the screen. So that's pretty exciting. You can ask questions while Nancy's opening blankets. It's going to be so thrilling. And then on Tuesday, so tomorrow, we have Nancy and I have Tuesday Night Live with Nancy and Lynette, and we are doing a crochet along with that. I am making a Boggy Creek blanket out of my crochet along, and Nancy is probably going to make 2 blankets because, she's Nancy and she can whip them suckers up really quickly. One of them, the inspiration is that this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month now that it's October, And we are going to make a pink blanket for breast cancer awareness and for Barbie. We're doing a twofer. So, and, oh, I gotta remember in just a minute. So, as part of that, the squares, we're doing squares, and I'm going to do 25 of these approximately, but not quite 8-inch squares, using again my 6mm hook. This is the Farmhouse Square. Every other square is going to be this square, and then the opposite squares are going to be announced every Tuesday what will be the pink square. So the first week we're going to have 3 white squares and 2 pink squares with a motif in them, and then you can join them together at the end of the week, or whatever you're doing. I just wanted to get a head start on my white because I knew I had all these other projects coming along this month. So this is going to be the like the base square, I'm going to say, and the 2 pink ones that you'll need for this week are going to be announced on Tuesday. You can make your squares as big as you want. Nancy's going to use a thicker yarn. This is 4-weight Caron 1-pounder, or 1 pound, and so I'm just using 4-weight yarn. I want mine to be like a 40 by 40 inch granny square to give to Boggy Creek. I think it'll be really cute. Nancy wants to make one probably the same 40 by 40 for Boggy Creek, but then she wants to use a bigger, thicker yarn. I think she's going to use a 5-weight Serenity. She bought all color, like 4 or 5 different colors of pink in that yarn, and she wants to do one for her granddaughter as well because it's Barbie and cute. So she gets to pick the pink squares, and so they will be revealed each week. The 2 or 3 pink squares that will be going into the blanket that week. On the 3rd week, the middle square will come out if you're doing 25 of them, regardless of the size. The dynamic is that there's 25. And that 3rd square, Jaxie has created for us. Jaxie, again, from Creations by Jax. And it is beautiful. I cannot wait to make it. She has shown it to us, but it's going to be a secret to you guys, so no telling. Well, you can't because you don't know what it is. You won't get to see it until the 3rd week when Nancy shows the other 2. There will be 2 pink squares and Jaxie's square for the middle. So that week, my blanket will have the first square will be this. Then it'll be one of the pink squares that Nancy chooses. Then Jaxie's square. Then a pink square. Then one of these. So you'll use one less of these if you choose to put Jaxie's square in the middle. But you'll want to put Jaxie's square in the middle. She's also doing a tutorial for it. All of the squares that we're using will have a tutorial. So it'll be easy to follow. Just, buzz in, watch the tutorial. And I think a lot of them are going to be from the same designer, just to help keep the squares cohesive. That was Jaxie's idea. She's really good at designing things. So we're real excited about that. Also, Tuesday starts another knit project. I know I have 3 knit projects going. I know. Did I bite off more than one I could chew? God, I hope not. I really want to get these done. This blanket is supposed to be done this month. For breast cancer awareness, it's October, so you have like 30 days to do 25 squares and sew them together. And if you want your blanket to be bigger, but you still want to follow the same motif, you could always make more of these and just do a whole row of the white squares around the outside. Because Boggy Creek is a 40 by 40, would meet their requirements are 35 to 40 inches wide, 40 to 50 inches long. So if you go with the 40 by 40, it's the smallest size on the long side and the widest side on the size on the wide side. So it makes a perfect, square for Boggy Creek. But if you wanted your blanket to be bigger, like for yourself or your grandkid, but you wanted to use 4-weight yarn, you could just make a whole nother set of 8-inch squares to go around the outside. So you'd have, you know, like a border of these, which I think would be really pretty. Anyway, I am starting another knit project with Laura from Mamie's Crochet and Farming. She's my knitting instructor. She got me involved in the crochet cuddler, which I'm not up to date with, but won't take long to get up to date with. And that one is scheduled to be done on, I think she said November 2nd. It really doesn't take long. Each week we do 4 rows. I needed to have 4 rows, so I'm going to need to do 8 rows this week to be on time. But if it's a little long, that's okay. There's no big deal with that. Judy at Which Piece Crafts, and it's just at the back of my mind, she is starting a crochet along for this month, and I know I can do that and double dip, and I can't think of what it is right now. But check out Judy. Oh, and I'm a little sporadic. The sweater we're making with Laura, it's a sweater, and she's encouraging other people to join along. It is a paid-for pattern she's getting from her knit class, but you can buy the pattern online. Hold on just one second. Let me grab it. I'm just going to back up here a second. I have my stash of what goes with it right here. So it is called Good Night Day Sweater by Tara Lynn Morrison. It is a crop sweater. I'm planning on making mine not cropped, I think. As the same with Laura, so I'm just going to make it longer. She has 3 weeks to make the sweater because that's what her class is. I can take as long as I want. She's still going to be able to instruct me along the way. So I am going to start it with her this month. She's starting on October 3rd, which is tomorrow, Tuesday. So I obviously won't be starting with her on Tuesday since I'm not going to her class in Alaska when I live in Ohio. But this is the sweater, and you need, I don't know, I bought ice yarns, and this ice yarn is called Atlas Super Bulky, and I think there's like 109 yards-ish on here, because it only tells you meters, but I think it's like 109 yards. It's 100% acrylic. Oh wait, it's 65 meters, so maybe there's 82 yards. I bought 12 of them. I bought 3 4-packs. Oh, so that's, yeah, 4, 8, 12. I bought 12 of them to be enough yarn, so I hope that it is. And I bought Knitter's Pride circular bamboo, 24-inch circular US 1915 millimeters, because that's what it calls for. And then it calls, I think you use 2 actually different size needles. Changing needles is something I've not ever done before. I can't remember what the other one is. It's smaller, and I have it in a set, so I'm not worried about that. It might be the 10-inch that I already have on my other projects. So I probably have to finish something by the time we get to that. I hopefully, unless it's the first one we use, then I'll just, right, you put in a lifeline? I don't know. So anyway, that project, if you want to get involved in it, this is a paid-for pattern, but you can get it, I believe, off of her website. Laura just sent me a link. I don't know. I don't remember where the link is, but Ravelry probably. And you can join in with us. And you don't have to make it a solid color, but mine is going to be solid color. Laura's is also going to be a solid color. She is using a Malabrigo. And I can't remember which one of these or how many of them I can double dip with Judy and her project of the month. And but I'm excited to be able to participate with Judy again. It's just a short 1-month thing, so I don't know if I'll get done with that. Then I'm also involved in Hooker versus Hooker, So all them hookers out there better be careful, because I have a wonderful and fun idea. We are making a wreath. We have to use 5 colors of yarn. All 5 colors have to be in there, but you don't have to use a lot, or you know, a limited amount. You can use as much of each color as you want. Like you have green is in there, so Laura might have 2 stitches that have green in it. So it's green, brown, orange, red, and yellow. And it is, we are making a wreath, and nobody's allowed to know what your wreath looks like until we reveal on November 1st. So that project is a timed project, and I have to work on that and get that done this month. But nothing else has to be done this month. So I should be okay. I think I'll be okay. A lot of things have to be done before I get to Boggy Creek in February, but that's a long ways away yet, right? So I think we'll be good. And that's all I wanted to say. I will link this pattern. I've had it linked in many of my videos in the past, but I quit linking it. I'll put it in this video just because I talked about it. But when I pulled it out of the dryer, both of them, when I pulled them out of the dryer, I'm like, oh my goodness, these are so soft. And when I was wearing mine, this one, I wore this one at the campfires because I can't find my pink one, pink and orange. Every time I put it on, I'm like, God, it's so soft and cuddly. It's so soft and cuddly. And I wore both of them. Roy didn't wear his at all, but I wore mine. They didn't get real cold this winter. Well, I don't know why they didn't get cold, but the guy, he didn't. None of the men wore blankets. Us women were wearing blankets. And anyway, every time I put it on, I just thought, God, this is so cozy. And I just wanted to pull it out and show it to you before it gets put back in the camper stuff, so that I don't misplace it. I see my pink, the one that I'm missing, I didn't take to the camper. I left it here to wear, and I put it away for the summer. Cross your fingers, I'll come across it. I'm sure I will at some point. So anyway, that's all I have to say today. It's been a lot, I know. There you go. But thanks for joining me in the yarn room again today. Thanks for any thumbs up and likes and subscribes. If you're not subscribed, hit that button. It's free. Thummies too, they're free. So I appreciate you using those, and I appreciate you sticking around and watching the whole video and hearing about all my shenanigans for the month. And I will keep you posted on as much of it as I can, as often as I can. So thanks again, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.